So, welcome to my video about the basic bar clamp, also known as a quick clamp. The clamp is a very basic. It's got three components. It has a central shaft, it has a head, and it has a movable clamp unit. So the idea is that the clamp moves up and it holds your workpiece between the bracket on the top head and the pad here. You can do this in one or two ways. You can press this orange button here, which essentially releases the clamp, and so it can move freely up and down the shaft. The other way is by using the handle here, squeeze, and as you can see, the clamps move together in small increments until it's fixed at the top. So, how do we use the clamp? Well, what we're going to use is these two pieces of timber to demonstrate. So, let's assume that we want to drill these two pieces. Possibly we might want to glue them together. So we put them together. There's a slight difference in height here, of about 3 or 4 millimeters, as you can see. Not important for the clamp. So what we need to do is we press our little release button, the orange button, and open the jaws. Then we simply squeeze over top. You can see there's a little bit of play here. So the first thing we want to do is use the orange button, free the clamp, and push them together manually. Now, there's a lot of play here still. So what we want to do is gently squeeze. That's once, twice, 3 times. And now our workpiece is completely clamped. You may need more than 2 or 3 squeezes. You may need 4, 5, 6. You might need 1 or 2. It depends how hard you squeeze and how much that gap that these jaws need to make up is going to be. The other main use is to clamp your workpiece onto your workbench. So let's say this piece of OSB here is my workbench. So again, exactly the same clamp. We'll press the little button, open it fully up. So I'll take my workpiece and let's pretend I want to make a cut here. So overhanging the edge of my workbench. Now obviously I want the timber itself to stay put. So I'll clamp it down. So again, I'll take my clamp in its open position. I'll move the head of the clamp up manually by using the button, and then I'll tighten it. So we can see here that the workpiece is fixed. I can drill, I can saw into it, I could glue, I could fix, and it's not going anywhere. It's nice and firm. If you wanted to use a longer piece of timber, this is just for an example, you might want to put a second clamp, depending on how long the timber was, 12 inches, 24 inches apart. Which is 300 or 600 millimeters, just to give you that bit of extra stability. But for a short piece like this, 1 clamp is perfectly fine, and you can see it's doing the job nicely. In a nutshell, that's how you use the clamp.